Good morning, all my Patreon backers at $5 or up. It is the Bestie Boy coming at you a little bit late this month, live from Radcon for Paradise, which hopefully many or all of you are woke on and or supported. It's a windy day, pay no attention at all. I'm walking down to the water in the morning after just getting up. As I do, the surf is fucking wavy as hell. And it's funny, as I know that I'm a surfing expert, if you've seen my Instagram, I can tell that this break is terrible for surfing. Now I know it's March, so it's not really the surfing season, but the break is incredibly close to the shore. There's like incredibly small, I don't know what you call it, wakes or something, and I am, oh God, in the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I love this shit. Oh my God. Oh, it's washing on me. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's good though. Oh yeah, that's good shit. Oh yeah. Okay, enough of that shit. Woo. Oh boy. Just enjoying Mother Nature's bounties out here in Virginia Beach on what today is the last full day of Radcon 4 while Munchie is here. He's leaving tonight. The rest of us will be here till tomorrow morning, but we gotta clean up and be out fairly early for us. So today's pretty much the last big day. So we got lots of stuff to do. So before I talk more about Radcon, let's just first discuss where we left things off last time. I believe it was episode 8 of the BGE Monthlycast. There have been setbacks. I'm gonna take a seat up here by the hill. So the channels had all been hacked. I think they were literally all gone at the time, and we had gotten nothing back. Wasn't good. It was pretty cringe, not particularly based. And that was looking like a situation. Now financially, that wasn't the end of the world, right? Because Patreon is far more of a succeed or fail type of thing than AdSense has ever been for me. Maybe that'll change one day, but right now that's the reality. So it wasn't a huge loss. I and my cohorts were not thrilled, but we're willing and able to just build up whatever we had to do again, if necessary, if we never got them back. But happy to report, all the channels have been restored. Brad Garlinghouse, who was the channel name, we get lost in the meme, but what that was one guy on the PCP. Brad Garlinghouse is the CEO of Ripple XRP. He was not actually the one who hacked the channel to break kayfabe, but he is the CEO of like a company that was being used to do this hack. Well, okay, sorry, he is the CEO of this company. This company was like what they were using as advertisement to get people to click on the videos, to like get cryptocurrency bullshit or whatever. So, I'm gonna move down where there's a little less wind. And the PCP was hacked and called Ripple XRP with some it was like XRP and then Rippiru in Japanese or whatever. So it wasn't, it was a strange thing to see. So obviously Ripple was going on, but there have been tons of these hacks around, which is unfortunate. But, okay, good news. All the channels are back, baby. Boom, baby. Remember that? I love Cusco. I love couscous. Let's see. What was I going to talk about? Okay, so the channels are back. Oh, the process of getting them back. All right, I'm going to make a video about this, hopefully soon. But obviously I'm still Radcon. When I get back home, I'm going to work on a bunch of videos to get all the Radcon stuff out. But pretty soon, during that, soon after, I don't know, I want to make a video about the hack. It seems like the smart thing to do. People give a shit about such things, where I tell people what happened and what to do. Because here's the thing. As the channels were all hacked, we all started talking on Twitter and stuff, adding Team YouTube, hashtagging Save the PCP and all that stuff. And we did get responses from Team YouTube and whatnot on Twitter. to our various accounts. And that was great to see, that there was some movement going on once we got people to give a shit and we kind of made a stink about it. But from the start, it took like a month and a half, for like a month to a month and a half for each of the channels to come back, give or take, and be restored by YouTube. Some people at YouTube had to do that, because the way that the scam works, if you don't know, is just that my computer got hijacked. I installed some software for like a potential ad buy thing that I didn't agree to, but was just looking into things, and it just stole from my logged in Google accounts like all the sizable YouTube channels, and it just moved them to their channels. So we no longer owned them. Like, legally speaking, it looked like the hackers had all rights to those channels, etc., etc. But so what we did was we just contacted YouTube through the YouTube creator support on through the YouTube accounts that still existed, and said, excuse us, we used to have big channels here. They are gone now. They have been stolen. Can you please help? And after just like describing to several different people the problem again and again, telling them exactly what was going on, like slowly but surely, every case of each individual channel that was stolen got turned into like, what was it? Like, okay, like we are like the PR side, it seems, or the customer service side. Like, we've passed it along to the internal side. They're figuring it out. We'll give you updates when we have. That's the place you want it to be, because once it's there, it basically seems like a matter of time until they figure it out and do give it back. And they all did, in fact, come back through those channels. But the question is, and I really would love an answer to this, and I guess I could ask, but I don't know. I have little faith they'll get back to me. Because I still technically have, like, open threads with some of those people. Like, what was responsible for fixing some of those channels? Because, like, the biggest one that came back first was BGE. Probably because that's the first one that I notified them about, and it was the biggest, most subs or whatever. I just said, please help. It seems to me like the creator support guys saved that. But did the Twitter mob do anything? Because it could have or it could not have, and it doesn't really seem to have made a difference in terms of like when things got resolved. But Team YouTube was DMing us and talking to us and like helping us get it back. So I don't know what lever of power that we used was most effective. And I was saying throughout the thing, I don't want to annoy Team YouTube if it's doing literally nothing. Because also, and I'll probably talk about this in my video when I make it, I don't want to like give people a false impression that like creating a mob will solve the problem if it doesn't. Because then it's just getting people's hopes up for no reason when they could be spending their energy elsewhere. I just want answers, so I can know what levers to pull and what to tell people to help. Maybe I'll try to figure that out, I don't know, before I make my video on it. It might probably be a good piece of information. So, I mean, regardless of all that shit, the channels are restored. Everything's pretty good. The only major issue was that TBAP was demonetized, but that seems to be just because it doesn't reach the threshold for like partnership, because it has like one video that was put out last year and it's dead otherwise. So like we might just have monetization gone on TBAP. That's okay. It might have been a couple of cents every once in a while, if that. So not the end of the world. Other than that, everything's restored, and pretty happy camper. And I could be bitter. I could be mad, but I remained pretty positive through the entire thing, and a lot of people seemed surprised at that, because I was the one who had lost the most, having lost, like, my big channel and all that shit. But I was just like, nah, I think things are going to work out. When it comes to things like this, I guess I'm an optimist. And it seems like that was warranted, because the system operated as intended. I just did the steps outlined and what to do, and it worked. This is a divide between me and, I don't know, some of the other PCP guys and other people in general. This is a disposition of mine. I really do have faith that, like, if you just talk to your fellow human beings, like, they will help you, things will work out. It might not be immediate. It might not be quite as fast as you want, but equilibrium shall be restored if you're in the right. Throughout my whole life, that has been the case. And maybe it's because I've just been disproportionately fortunate in my life. Other people have had worse experiences due to any number of factors. But, like, I mean, maybe I feel like this is a part of the reason why I'm so, what's the word? Like, I take self-ownership of everything bad. Like, I really don't go out of my way to say, like, the world is at fault and I am a victim and I need, it's not about victimhood or whatever, but, like, it's just about, like, where the axis of control lies and what are the levers you can pull, like I was saying before, to make a change, to make your life better. To me, it seems like 99.9% is you. You get up, you do work, you do things, fix your shit, fucking, Jordan Peterson shit, basically. Any kind of self-help stuff. Like, start with small, work outward, make your life better. Other people, I get why. I understand. Different life experiences. They think, I need the world to change to accommodate me. Obviously that's true to an extent. I'm kind of wired to think the other way most of the time. I get the other side. Obviously there have been things that need to change. But pragmatically speaking, in our current era, it just looks to me like it's on you, boys and girls, to fix your own shit. And that seems to make, by far, the biggest difference. Perfect example, right now, coronavirus. It's raging right now. And by raging, I mean there's 150,000 cases worldwide. It's not something to panic about. I think the death rate in some place, like in Italy, it got to 7%, but it seems to just kill lots of old people, which is not good, don't get me wrong. But like, I'm young, I'm healthy, it's not gonna kill me. I mean, if I get it twice, as people say, which you can do, I guess, you could like be made infertile, is what I've heard. Okay, I mean, I'll roll with it, I'll figure it out. I know I'm looking maybe a little too on the bright side of things there. That could fuck me over one day. But like 150,000 cases worldwide is not, you're not going to die. You'll be fine. And they, because people say, you hear things on the news that's like 150 million people across America, which is half the population basically, could get the virus by the time it's done. Okay, I did not read that article. I just saw that headline somewhere. But I'm willing to bet that in the body of that study or that fucking article or whatever, it says something along the lines of, like, scientists predicted the worst possible outcome, and this is what it could look like if, like, several perfect storms hit and we do nothing to stop it, which we already are, and people are getting aware. It's good that they're a little spooked. It'll keep them safer. They'll not want to go out and stuff. Canceling school, probably good ideas. Canceling events. None of it really affects me, so I don't really care too much, but I feel bad for the people who are fucked over a little bit by it, like, economically and whatnot. So, there's so many people doom and gloom all the time. I just don't do that. I'm just a very optimistic guy, and, I think it served me well. I'm optimistic, but cautious, long term. I think things will work out if you plan and prepare for them, and I don't know, it's served me pretty well so far. Could be a bit more of a risk taker, a bit more of a kamina, pretty Rossio-oriented, as we all know, but what can you do? Okay, anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about more Radcon stuff, because this is what's been... Actually, before we get to Radcon stuff, let's talk about my newest video. I can finally say it. Misunderstood Animals, the Banjo and Kazooie Smash video. I finally got it done. The video I wanted to get out in January. I get it out in early March. It was delayed because the channels got hacked, and that fucked me over a little bit and made me not want to work on it. But hey, it's out now. People want to Patron because I'm working too slow. Understandable. I urge you to do so if that's your inclination. Because I want the market forces to operate and force me to do stuff more. So that's all good. Video's out. Took a long time to make. I'm thinking of making a behind-the-scenes video about how I made it to show kind of my thought process. I don't know. I think with the videos like that, I've been thinking, I need to do more to capitalize on every big video I produce. So for example, if I put out a big video, and maybe, for example, it has a song in it, I've always thought this, I need to release that song as its own video and like try to earn some revenue off of that. Okay, no problem. I can do that easy peasy. For the Banjo one, got to get a little more creative. A behind-the-scenes video about that's maybe kind of a making of Smash confirmed videos in general. I thought might be interesting for people, because people like those videos. They might enjoy hearing my thought process. And, people need more videos from me. They need more reason to Patron, more reminders that I'm looking for a little bit of money out here. And if you got $1, got $5 sitting around, got some podcasts you might want to hear, got a Patron Discord you might enjoy being in, etc., etc. So, just thinking about some of those things. But on the subject of the video itself, came out pretty damn good. I was rushing to get it done before Radcon. There might be a couple of elements that I could have taken more time to prepare, but I'm basically content. Art is never finished. It's just abandoned. I was saying to Michelle, I just got to abandon this piece of art and get it done. The time has come. The guillotine has fallen, and it is what it is. So got it done, released it while I was at Radcon during one of the live streams. Pretty hype, pretty based, and was pretty excited about that. The video is doing well. I think now the video's been out for, I guess, probably a week. Well, yeah, a week, maybe a little bit longer now. And it's got something like 40,000 views. It's over 40,000. That's pretty good. If that video just hits 100,000, I'll be a happy camper. And you know why? There's for many reasons. That's the threshold of a successful video, which I think it will be. It's obviously demonetized, using a Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood by Santa Esmeralda. And by the way, if you're wondering about the name Misunderstood Animals, yes, I did name that because it's the Misunderstood is the song, Animals, it was by the Animals in like 1965 or whatever. Now, I've been told that that is not the original version of Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. I had thought it was, but even if it isn't, it doesn't matter. I think that's like the most well-known origin, and yes, it is because that song was by the Animals. Ha, I'm very clever. I'm very smart. Not as good as, the genius that is Get Jiggy With It, I'm sure. Which I think didn't even use that song. or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I haven't seen all of this. Oh, but I was going to say, or I have seen that, but I just don't remember it very well. I'll also I'll be happy to see it hit 100,000 because all the other banjo videos that copied my style, I think the most successful is 80,000. It'll just give me a I'm glad that my shit has not been cannibalized completely if I can do better than them. But the issue there is it's true. I'm getting a good amount of comments that's like, geez, a little fucking late on this one, Nate. Don't care. That's understandable. That's fine. That's understandable. I certainly would have liked to get it out sooner. But what can you do? What's a nigga gonna do about getting his shit out soon? Know what I'm saying? Oh, God, don't report me to the cyber police, please. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the issues with me. Because my projects take a long time, when I sit down and focus on them, okay, two things. One, excuse me. Now that I'm focusing on, like, just the big videos, basically, and on my main channel, I'm not going to do Weagawa, that'll speed shit up. No doubt about it. And I'm hoping one of the things that'll do is help me get out the bigger projects, like, while they are still relevant, and people will give a shit, maybe Patron more, etc., etc. As opposed to how things were, where everything's crammed and it takes so long to get videos out like the Banjo one. We'll see how it goes. I mean, hey, we got 6 more Smash slots coming for this game, right? Those could be legendary moments. I have no fucking idea. I got hopes. I got hopes for a certain participant at Radcon 4 to maybe appear in that game in a more prominent role than just as a spirit. Although he is a star spirit. Hopefully he'll be more than a PNG spirit. We'll see how that goes. But regardless, so I'm trying to get myself in a position where I'm ready to hit the fucking ground running when big things happen. For example, this hack. I know I should be getting this hack video out as soon as possible. People are gonna forget. They're gonna not give a shit. I gotta get that shit out as fast as possible. And that may be like the first thing I do when I get back. You know, try to construct a project that'll take like, you know, a day to film at most. Produce a script, whatever I need. Produce a script maybe one day, film one day, begin editing, and then if you could get it out in like 2-3 days after that, that's a fine turnaround, as opposed to the months spent editing these Smash videos. But hey man, we'll just see what goes and see what happens. I know we're a little bit all over the place this time, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. Let's talk about Radcon 4 here, and what a great time it's been, and how I got great videos coming, including on the Best Ever channel, which you folks are supporting kindly with your Patreon dollary dues. Radcon 4 is based. It's thoroughly red-pilled. It's fucking sick. All the bullshit that we have, me and the PCB boys, when we're not in person, it basically literally disappears when you're in person. Shut up, plane, I'm doing shit. In Virginia Beach, there's a military base, so there's lots of planes and shit. Right now, the first, the podcast for Chapter 973 is out, and we had to wait a while for fucking boats to drive by, because they're loud as shit in the water, as they're doing shit. All the bullshit just pretty much drips away. It is seared away, rather, when you're in person with people. This is why I just think, internet connections are fine. But for me, the end goal, okay, you know, an internet relationship is a lower tier than an in-person relationship, just inherently, if for no other reason than the degree of communication you can have with people. Like 90% of communication is nonverbal, right? So much nuance gets lost in just text. It's horrible. Makes me want to kill myself. Talking. The other day, me and Ben were we were talking passionately about something, and I was like, Ben, we could argue about this. Instead, let's just do a voice call. That'll be better. And he was like, okay, that's fine. And we had a voice call, and it was way better, so much better than just arguing forever about this particular thing. And, and it was like a kind of a silly point. I'm not saying that the argument was silly. I'm saying that, like, our difference, once we were on voice, we were able to explain more easily and, like, see each other's perspective, and it helped to not be mad at this juncture. Well, imagine that all the time, but also face-to-face with facial expressions, in person or whatever. That's one of the big benefits of Radcon. Plus it exists, Radcon, to raise spirits and make us remember that we like each other, which it does, and give life to our organization for years to come. It's been 2 years since Radcon 3. That was too long. It was a mistake. But there were various things that got in the way. I think as long as we keep doing this thing, it'll never be this far apart again. But hey, the other benefit was $34,000. Don't lie. I think a lot of that was due to the excitement, the wait. Because Radcon 3 was so successful. And yeah, I'll say it, in large part due to my guiding organizational hand. I think that had a large part to play in getting everything done and making sure everyone got their rewards and all fucking videos were checked off. Of course, I'm not taking credit for the individual projects, especially the ones I didn't have anything to do with. But organizing Radcon, huge part of it, and making sure everything gets out eventually. And we fucking did it, man. Every single thing that was promised got delivered. So far at Radcon 4, every single thing that's been promised will be delivered. It's fucking fantastic. I'm very excited about it. And I can't wait for people to see all the good stuff we're making. Guys, we have taken shit to a new fucking level. I'll just tell you. The OVA, all right, the beach episode, the music video. You're going to like the way you look. Oh, you haven't even heard the music video yet. Oh, my God. Or you heard the diss track on our boy Brad. Holy shit, you're living in the fucking past. You're living in caves. It is ground fucking zero here. The Twin Towers are collapsing, and in the smoke is coalescing a beautiful phoenix that is the Brad Garling House is the Twin Towers in this metaphor. Oh, and Ripple XRP is the other tower. 2 planes crash. It is my 2 fat balls have crashed into the tower, and in the smoke has risen the phoenix of the Brad Garling House diss track. Title to be determined. Coming soon to your audio holes in your head. Get fucking hyped, boys and girls. Sub to the fucking PCP. Watch the Twitter. And if nothing else, watch the Radcon 4 playlist. You're going to like it. And if you're missing out, man, we got to make sure that it's available. The Radcon 4 backer footage for, I don't know, some amount of money. Because we have such good shit. We haven't produced a lot of it. We got to be digging through our projects and, rendering little bits and pieces for behind the scenes shit. But I know I got tons of stuff I want people to see. It's going to be simply epic, lads. Let me make sure I'm still recording here. Test. Yep, okay, still recording. So much good stuff coming to you. I won't spoil any more about what it is, but tons of little stuff, tons of surprises. The content itself is going to be amazing. When you hear just how we have realized what we've promised, and we've been working with Victor. Victor has amazing professional cameraman equipment. We have amazing mics. We're all professionals at what we're doing here. We know what the fuck is funny. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be a big thing, I think. And the lectures, boys, not a bad lecture among them. I'll tell you this. My lecture was perhaps, I won't even say that. I won't even go into any details. You'll see it when it comes out pretty soon. It's going to be a high urgency thing to release after Radcon's done. I guess for any lecture, none of them were like boring. None of them were dry. All of them were wet as fuck. Laughs, japes. Most of them are pretty fucking long. Some were shorter, which is good. But they're all a good time. They've all got memes. They've all got japes. It's going to be good shit, and I can't fucking wait. Some of them are absolutely legendary. Watch the fucking Radcon, or the PCPU lecture, what is it? Fucking not playlist that's on the PCP. Maybe I'll link it. Maybe I won't. Fuck you. Go to the PCP. We got the channel back, you piece of shit. Go watch our videos. We were doing a bunch of live streams that were a good time. I got drunk, very drunk that first time. That was great. For some reason, as you were streaming, We did Radcon episode 200. It was pretty low-key, pretty just talking about shit that we've done before, but with great camera work by Victor, and we all get a chance to kind of bro it out. Just being in person with faces makes a big fucking difference. We were having this issue where when we were live streaming, things would disappear. Like the last stream would just be erased from history, and we don't know why. But luckily we got backup, so I think they're going up, or they will be going up. So that's nice. We haven't lost anything, I don't think. And today we've got the Royal Rumble coming up. I think all our wrestlers are done. We might have one or two little tweaks to make, but that's going to be another live streamed, hopefully legendary event. We will see. We're going to give our fucking Dark Champion and our Gaijin backers, exchange students, their chance in the ring. Maybe give them a little extra something that you might have seen by the time this comes out. I don't know. So much good shit's happening. But let's address the other usual thing we talk about here before. I might give you a little bonus segment here today. But the fucking, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that's right. The state of the BGE. Since we last spoke, gentlemen, I believe the Kickstarter closed after we last talked. I think so. And we've got $34,000 that we earned. Now that's great. But it's not all the money in the world. This could be, hopefully. Oh, I was going to say, at like the end of that last live stream we did, we earned something like more than $11,000 just by like getting the word out, being like, donate now, it's the end, it's crunch time, be on the fucking poster, $200 pledges, so much return for your value, you get all this t-shirt and fucking pin and shit, you're immortalized forever in the posters that we're going to sign today, which exist. I don't know if we've shown them yet, but you'll see them soon. Excuse me. All this other great shit that they get. Oh my god, the calendar. We've done the photo shoot, man, for the sexy OVA calendar in our bathing suits. You are gonna like the way we look. I guarantee it. Some of us went the extra mile on a couple of things. You'll see. We'll talk about it more as time goes on. Yeah, we earned a great amount of money, so we could do all the stuff we wanted to do. We had to come up with tiers to fulfill. It's been legendary. And I hope you've been watching Radcon, guys. If not, you should go back and watch the videos we produced on the procrastinators, because it's what I've been doing, half this month, give or take, and it's a great thing. But with that money, I just, this is the state of the BGE stuff. I wanted to say, excuse me, I'm fucking slurring. My throat's a little sore from yelling and getting all fucked up on the weird food we got here. Don't worry about it. I was gonna say, yo, dreaming. I want to go in the ocean when it's warmer. I want to go surfing, dreaming. Yeah, yo, me and Victor were talking about maybe surfing if I move out here. That's one thing to talk about. But first, financially, yo, Radcon, big deal. We're hoping that we can keep costs low enough so that we, because it's interesting to think about this. Okay, last time $9,000 seemed like a lot, right? We all lost money. We just lost money because all the shit we promised and had to do. $34,000, right? Seems like a lot of money. Okay, yes, agreed. But we're hoping to keep costs like somewhere in the neighborhood of like $20,000 to $24,000. So we have like 10 grand left over. If we do that, then we split it let's include Victor's payment already in the amount that we've already spent by then. So the rest of us are splitting it by whatever's left over. All right, so there's like 6 of us who are there for the whole thing. Jesse showed up later. Jesse's not going to get a full cut. He did no planning. Was only here for a portion of the time. So that's, I'm going to argue for that. People try to say he deserves a full. We'll have some words. We'll have some exchanges. It's not going to be fair. But not to shit on the guy, obviously. It's just, this is how we need to roll things out. This is just what's fair for the whole group. We took all the risk, did all the work, etc. So it's going to be 6 ways. And then maybe like, I don't know, whatever, some share as well. So let's just say, just for the sake of it, split 6 ways, $10,000. That's like, something like $1,800 each? $1,800? Earning $1,800 for the amount of work that we're doing here is very good. It's very good. But that's like, for me, that's like, maybe like 2 months rent, give or take. So it's not all the money in the world. Even after all this, it's just a help. It's a boost. So like, even with this amount of money, it, like, frankly speaking, it allows us to make good shit, but it barely, like, it itself helps anybody too much out, It doesn't pay off anybody's student loans. It's just one thing. But here's what I'm trying to say. What that is a step up the ladder. That's what it is for me. It's a foothold as I'm trying to climb this fucking great mountain. Like in Point Break 2, when they're climbing like the biggest waterfall in the world or next to it, the fucking free-form rock climbing bullshit that people actually do because they are insane people. I don't want to die. I'm just going to go surfing. I'm not going to climb that shit. It's just a breath above water as you're diving down to try to find this YouTube success or art success or whatever. So that's boom, money in your pocket. And let's not ignore, of course, boom, a bunch of videos made with your bros that are high quality shit, a big lecture on your channel, more attention for the PCP, hopefully some sick like shit relating to the hack, this funny Brad Garlinghouse shit. It all is a leg up that we can use just to try to succeed more and get ourselves finally fucking over, you know, individually and as a group. That's what I'm looking for doing in this, you know, whole fucking year we're doing of experimentation that we'll still reassess, but it's looking like maybe I won't hit the goal I want to hit long term by the end of the year, but things will probably be better and I'll be able to keep going for a while longer. I did some math and like I could do it for like I think up to like 2 years beyond that point, but then I would just have like zero money, so that's probably not actually a practical idea. But you know, I'll figure shit out. I'll keep things going. But for now, the year is a very nice, tight window to see what happens. And, you know, I can't ignore the fact that, like, it's been, like, one big video of the Smash confirmed out in a while. And that's not even what people really want. What they really want is best anime ever. And I know it, man. I feel it, and I'm going to give it to them. But the Banjo stuff just seemed, you know, it's timely, you know. If I had gotten it out on time, you know, soon after Banjo came out, obviously would have been more hype, would have been more successful probably long term, but... You know, we'll see. I expected the Simon video to not really do that well based on how long it took to come out after he was confirmed. And I don't know, based on kind of like the lesser degree of hype of Simon, I was really excited because, you know, recognition for Castlevania. I fucking love Castlevania games in general. You know, the Metroidvania style. The classics are good, but I prefer my boy Soma Cruz. Fucking, not Dawn of Sorrow is good, but Aria of Sorrow is better. At least in terms of what it brought to the franchise's new shit. Dawn of Sorrow is probably a better game in terms of like gameplay overall, even though the story fucking sucks. That's okay. Now, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, gotta make new videos, gotta make them fast. Stay tuned, boys and girls. Like, obviously I gotta get some Radcon stuff out, but I'm fully woke on what you guys need from me, what people want. Banjo is out, let's say, and there is nobody who's even close to as important to make a Smash confirmed video as Banjo. I'll tell you this, though, if you want to know. I do have another person already in mind who is a character that is out that I want to make a Smash confirmed video about. And I know I'm not going to do it immediately. I'm going to take my time because this one's, well, there's hype. It's just a little different. It's a little different. So place your bets on who that might be. And by the way, I'm not limiting it to just Smash Ultimate characters. I'm thinking of going back one day, I'll just tell you this, and doing a proper Cloud confirmed for Smash 4. You know, because that was like the first one I made. If you look in the playlist of Smash confirmed, the first one was back in like, what was that, 2015, 2016 or whatever, when I made like a little video about Cloud getting in that I just filmed one day on a whim, back living at my old place and shit. When I was still in school and whatnot. Or was I? Well, okay, I was doing my internship, whatever. Like, I'm thinking of doing, like, a redux of that. And, you know, I'm also thinking of doing a redux of the Isabel, like, village people. I think that'd be a really fun project that, you know, I think I've talked about it before. To just, like, I made that, like, 4 hour and 20 minute long one. What if I could make a 4 minute and 20 second long, I don't know, that's just a silly gag that I would think is funny. Of, like, because, like, the Ridley one is, like, 4 minutes long. If I could intentionally force myself to keep it short, that would be great. And I do, you know, like the actual village people, like an actual, you know, Isabel got into Smash one. I think that would be fucking hilarious. So maybe I will do that one of these days. Maybe a Daisy one. I don't fucking know. That'd be like a really short Daisy confirmed. Maybe I could put in some fucking memes of, you know, what is it? Saved you a click video games. Fucking obsessed with Daisy for no reason, I can tell. She's hot, but... you know, whatever. All right, enough of that. And I'll just say financially, you know, still got to hit my mark. But the boon of Radcon, we're not going to individually get our payouts anytime soon because we got a lot of shit to do before we actually calculate how much each of us is going to earn. We have to basically do, like, every cost. We have to make the OVA and, like, pay the editor. We have to, you know, pay the art, pay Ben who made the poster, pay Tom once shipping is done of all the backer rewards. So we have to make the calendars first. We have to, we got to get the animated OVA made and pay whoever we're going to get to do that. I don't know what that's going to be, but we'll see. Maybe get an ED done too. That'd probably be fun. So we got costs. It's going to be a while until like we see the payday. But I'll tell you, seeing like $31,000, because it lost like $3,000 for the Kickstarter fees, just dropped into my bank account once the Kickstarter was closed, sure made me feel pretty happy. I know it's unfortunate. Like, you see $30,000 just suddenly appear in your bank account, and you're like, that's nice. But then you got to remind yourself, oh, it's not actually all my money. That's too bad. So things, I mean, let's just cut it at this. Things are looking very good for the PCP and me personally. And it's time to focus on best guy ever. And, and content with Digi. We may or may not bust out a couple of things while I'm here. We'll see what happens. But that Pat Labor video is gonna get re-uploaded to content now that we got it back, baby. I'm so glad we got it back. We're gonna do that shit. We're gonna do it. And the other thing I was gonna say is, I'm in Virginia Beach. Listen to that. You hear that? You hear that? That's the sound of the Atlantic fucking Ocean. Big ass fucking waves that are like 15 minutes from Digi's house. It's not set in stone or anything, but like, I don't need to be in Cincinnati. Michelle don't want to be in Cincinnati. There's no reason to be in Cincinnati. I left my fucking job. We can move. There will be something coming to you boys soon. Probably in the form of a Kickstarter that's going to try to fund like a season of content like we did with Plebe and the Weeb, or like Digi and Jesse did. But, it's me, so it's going to come out fast. And the goals are going to be set realistically and not have a couple of things left over that still need to be delivered on years later. Like Radcon 3, that was run by me and did great. And the other boys, obviously. But I am the administrator of the PCP, so there you go. We're gonna try to get a bunch of money. I know if I can make some like $4,000 or whatever, I would move instantly. I will live here then in Virginia Beach is the idea. We're gonna actually go look at a place to potentially move, I think tomorrow after Radcon wraps, me and Michelle, maybe Digi and May too, and think about, throwing down some cash on that shit. Maybe it'll be an Indiegogo. I don't know. We'll see. Indiegogo, Victor suggested, Digi's brother, because it might be a more appropriate thing, because, like, we want to do it no matter what. So, like, we want it to hit and happen. But like a Kickstarter, the fact that you're trying to get people to a goal might work better in terms of hype. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But, I mean, moving here to Virginia Beach to work with Digi on content all the time, be close by. May and Michelle can hang out. I mean, seems like a nice thing to do. Tom, there's an idea that Tom will come down and move in with Digi. That could happen. Ben and Munch are pretty cemented up in Boston. That's okay. They got their own things going on. I mean, we want to fucking start blooming Radcon or PCPHQ, at least in a small version or whatever we talked about forever. But it's looking more realistic every day. The fact that Radcon 4 was Paradise was so successful, was such a surprise. We set that goal at $8,300 or whatever, right? I begged them to, guys, please, let's move it up to $10,000. Please. We know Radcon won't break even. We will lose money if we hit that 8,000 goal and not the 10,000, which is barely above. We'll probably break even then. And they're like, no, we got to keep it low. And I was like, I guess I can't argue. You got to keep your goals low. But then, when it just shot past that, it took 48 hours for it to be cleared, I believe. Less than 48 hours. And then we just, boom, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. And we're coming, okay, let's make up more ideas, things we will do and are sick as shit. And we have delivered on and will deliver on. 25,000, 30,000, oh my God, 34,000. We never tragically hit that 35,000 to see Digi make a really funny face. But one day, maybe one day it'll happen. I mean, just the goodwill and the reality of, when we make a fucking pitch and get people excited about what we're doing here, people give a shit. I often feel in myself a personal issue, I'm at odds with much of the people in the PCP, because there's a lot of doom and gloom. And just by disposition, I'm just that's slightly uncharitable, but you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of YouTubing sucks. I mean, you hear all the fucking time. I always I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, I get it. But then I'm just like, why are you doing it then? If you don't like it, leave. You continue to do it. So this seems silly. Whereas I'm just focused on the bad stuff, or I'm focused on the positive. Just by this, look, I get why they don't leave. Like, it's working to some degree. You can't just pick up and leave when you're cemented yourself in a career. But I focus on the upside, trying to make things work and whatnot. Spirits can be low, There's some, like, the PCP has been a little bit stagnant for a while now. We all know this. Same people on regularly. Digi and Munchie are pretty busy doing other stuff. They don't come on too often. And it's been a lot of, politics and Pokemon podcast. But that's because it's what we always say. You need to go do shit in your real life to make art that people like, And that's what we're doing right now. That's part of what Radcon is. Breathe a new life into our little club here, our little organization. Zen is here. Oh, well, actually, he left, but he was here for a bit. That was great to see. I don't know. Zen's been involved in a bunch of stuff we do. I'd love to have him do more with us. I think he's a great guy. So I don't know. Maybe that'll turn into some more permanent new blood, or not. It doesn't need to be a big ththing. It's like when you're courting a new woman, and you're talking to her, you're having a great time, and you just there's like the sword of Damocles hanging over. Like, ooh, are we an item now? Are we boyfriend and girlfriend? Me and you, Zen Huxtable? The answer is yes. I just got nothing bad to say about the guy. He's great. But anyway, I was going to say that life is being breathed into these things. It feels great. It feels good. And I'm happy to be working with them, and I hope to continue to do so for a long time. And we'll see where things go. And I do see long-term the PCB continuing as it is, probably, but also changing. And maybe just like me and Digi were talking, like Cantent just becoming like a side project. That's like the Nate and Digi thing. I mean, I always say, I know people wouldn't want to think of us as their bosses or whatever, but we love people to be involved as like contractors to like do work. Because like me and Digi are the ones who want to guide a specific show that's, probably, the red letter media of fucking anime and video games or whatever, A little bit like Giant Bomb, Victor was telling us about. The thing is that needs leaders. Even now, I see potential conflict with me and Digi as like the two guys who own Cantent, who are leading it. I'm not overly concerned about this, but like I know that we think about things differently. There will inevitably, in all things, be business disagreements as things go on. There really hasn't been so far. It's been pretty great. But and the thing is, I value working with Digi. He brings so much to an organization and an enterprise like that. His energy, his speed, like big things I lack. My cautious nature and my desire to plan and do shit like that really, I think, hopefully could be really well integrated with his of just action, do shit now, go, get it done. Like, why are you thinking? Just act. I think that it's a Rossio and combination, hopefully, if you work it right. So that's what I hope happens. And I guess that's about everything. I brought you pretty much up to speed on how things are going. I hope you guys realize how positive this is. And you know what? Here's one. I'm going to give you a little bonus thing. I don't know exactly who is up and about, but I'm just going to go for you, my boys. Hi. Hey, what's going on? We're going to check in with the Radcon lads and see what's going on. It was just like a worker man. Oh, they're doing construction in the front of the house here, so I think some people are just walking by. I'm gonna see who the Radcon crew is around and see what they have to say about all this. Okay, hang on. I'm probably not gonna cut this, so fuck you. Just hang in there.
Because of the way the cables are, it was favoring one of the mics over the other, so one was louder than the other.
For what?
So I stopped doing it. Well, I'm explaining the whole thing. But,
okay. Hey, guys, I'm filming my backer rewards fucking podcast real quick. Victor, what do you think about Radcon so far?
It's been sick.
It's been
We've
lit.
been hitting the pavement, doing the work, getting the shit done.
That's true. Gib?
Hello?
What do you have to say about all this business? Do you have the coronavirus?
Yep.
How's Radcon things?
Radcon's been great.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot more stuff been made, and it's been like more work intensive, but still also fun the whole time.
This has definitely been the most work intensive Radcon so far. I mean, I know we crammed a bunch of lectures at the end of Radcon 3, but I mean, doing the big shit at the very beginning was the hardest I've worked in a while. I know that. And like physically draining. But you know what? I kind of like moving my body and doing things in real life as opposed to just typing on a computer all day.
Yeah.
And
I feel bad that you guys haven't got to hang out and like go places much. I mean, we got to do that yesterday, which is great.
That's just sort of the thing of it. Like,
Yeah.
we got kickstarted to do some YouTube videos.
Yeah.
To hang out, like, at the expense of that would be, it wouldn't be right.
You know, I know everybody has their own schedule, but maybe for Radcon 5 or whatever we do next, we should legitimately give ourselves... I could definitely do this. Like, we gave ourselves 10 days here. We could give, like, 2 weeks or more to... And maybe we could plan to do more things in that time, but also we're putting too many days so that we know we'll have time to relax. And based on, like, the stuff that we planned this time, we might be able to approximate something like that. And then we could consider it like actually a little bit of a vacation instead of such a work grind as well.
I mean, it's still fun. Like
of course,
doing the streams and stuff is like sitting around. That is kind of fun, just sitting around.
Yeah.
We're not seeing the sights or anything, but like, I don't know. It's all right.
I think it'd be nice if you guys gave yourselves enough time to, like, if you had extra days where you didn't have anything planned, you could come up with something new to do that people don't expect,
See,
that you
that's the
would
thing.
be doing for fun and for, like, the pure...
Yeah.
Making big projects is great, but one of the great things of Radcon is the surprise factor, and I really want to be able to surprise people. And we have some things like that, and obviously the content, nobody knows exactly what we've planned for, like, the OVA and shit, so it's gonna be a surprise. Which I think is part of the fun. People they're just like, they're gonna make an OVA? What, bro, like, how high did you have to be to come up with that? So, I mean, I know if I was, just the fact that I happen to know what it is, I still don't know what it's gonna look like eventually. And I don't know, it's really exciting. It's really exciting. But yeah, the surprise factor, and the fact that it's about putting us in a room together to do dope shit. Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, I'm gonna go see who else is around. Thanks for your commentary, guys. Okay, let's go see if Munchie's awake downstairs. Okay, Munchie and Jesse are asleep, so we won't bother them. I'm guessing Tom and Ben are also asleep, but Tom might be awake. Yo, Tom. Oh, never mind. Okay, he's asleep too. Okay, that's cool. Okay, well, that's what you get. Victor and Gib, because everyone else is still asleep. And let me just tell you, let's step outside and we'll wrap this thing up. Oh, actually, you know what? I forgot. We got one or two other things to do here. Oh, close the door. Hang on. Motherfucker. Oh. Woo! Oh, it's beautiful. This is what I was going to say. Thinking about moving out here and stuff, we had the meetup yesterday. Excuse me. I believe, excuse me, this was like the first dedicated real PCP fan meetup ever at Radcon 4, semi-official. And you know how many people showed up? Like, even though the coronavirus thing is going on, and maybe that kept some people away, we had like fucking, I don't know, 30 to 40 people, I want to say. Maybe I'm slightly exaggerating, but like 30 people showed up. And that's a ton. Some people came from fucking like Las Vegas. The one guy was on a road trip from California, but he still came out. I know there's people from like Boston and like fucking Atlanta. One dude came from, I think. All over the fucking place. It was fucking lit. Seeing all those guys in real life. Many of whom we know from online, here and there, was fucking sick. Yo, Dune Coon showed up, right? Dune Coon is fucking based. First of all, he was my Gastrodon in my first Nuzlocke. My fucking Gastrodon Prime, fucking god among men / Gastrodons. And he had made this fucking dope-ass Tommy Oliver rap in response to my public shaming of Tom for using the Twitter GIF button, which you can see on the BCP. What the fuck did he say? I mean, you need to go to my fucking Twitter, which I retweeted that on, or the PCP one. I don't give a shit. And go listen to that rap, because Dunekun is fucking based. He also made, like, a remix of, like, the whole, I think, like, all our backers shit so far, which was dope, but isn't as fucking catchy as that Tommy Oliver rap, which we all just love so much. And when he showed up, he's like, God, I'm glad you guys like that, but I worked so much fucking harder on that remix or whatever. But that song was so sick. And the fact that, like, so Radcon's happening, right? We just happen to have this conversation about how those Pikachu gifts are cringe and not based, in my opinion. And then Dunekun, like, makes a fucking a track about how Tom fucking rules and is based. And then that guy comes to the meetup and we all hang out and have a fucking sick time here in Virginia Beach. Legendary. And if I could just say, Tommy Oliver is a motherfucking G. Suicide boy who made a zoom me. When people say he's boring, it makes me furious. Gotta give props to my boy Brony Curious. And there's more, but I forget it at the moment. Although the funniest line of the whole thing, I'm sorry I'm going on about this, but the funniest line is fucking that one where he says, I forgot the first part. Oh my God, I'm blanking. Oh, forgive me. This is a shit podcast. I'm killing myself. I'm killing you. Everyone's dead. Don't worry about it. It was the line about something, but he's still doing fine. Poor as fuck, never seen a dollar sign. He's never seen a dollar sign. Do you get the joke? That is fucking hilarious. Dude, you're killing it. All right, anyway. I was going to say that I love this place so much more than Cincinnati. I miss the ocean every fucking day of my life. And just being at Radcon, where I can walk out of this fucking porch, right out of the bedroom, the master bedroom, whatever, where I'm sleeping. And I'm looking right now, I'm standing on the porch looking into the ocean. It's beautiful. I love it so. I touched it, right? At the beginning of this. That just makes me happy. Yeah, and if I have that $4,000 or whatever, I can just be here instead of Cincinnati, and it will be based and dope. And I'll be like near Digi. We could like work on stuff together. Like what? Like okay, chill, bro. And right now, pretty much no matter what, it looks like that's very likely to happen. So we're gonna go look at a house tomorrow. I gotta go make that fucking appointment as soon as I'm done here. Michelle's already seen it. It's great, and apparently it's like the same price as like our current rent. So it's all fucking good. And I wish I could live. One day I want to be like Steven fucking Universe and live like directly on the ocean. That would make me the happiest man in the world. Like Michelle's parents in Hawaii, they live like literally 5 steps from the ocean every day when I was there, give or take. I would walk down to the beach and sit there and just fucking chill. In fact, have we talked since I went to fucking Hawaii? What can I say? It's fucking sick. Please go if you can at some point. Date a hot Hawaiian girl like me and get her parents to pay for your flight out, which they did this time because I proved myself as a true warrior and they respect it. Yeah, it's great. Her family's great. I'm a happy man in life right now. All I need in life to be a little happier is, hey, I'll be totally straight with you. I want to work out a bit more. Want to lose a couple of pounds, probably put on a few at Radcon here. That's okay. I'm going to get into surfing more. I really want to do that. That'll help on that shit. Want to hit the gym more, do more cardio, etc., eat a little healthier. I'm working on all these things. I got to do that. That's kind of a small thing. I'm already pretty content, but I do want those goals. Oh, yeah, dude, yesterday, here's a little thing before I continue what I want in life to be happy. At the beach, during on the fucking boardwalk, as we were at the meetup, there was like a bunch of military guys gathered around this like Marine training course, and he showed me how to climb a rope the way that the Marines do, where you wrap the big thick rope around your foot, and you can kind of press it down with your other one to give you leverage. So it's really like a leg exercise, as opposed to like pulling yourself up with your arms up the rope. I almost made it to the top, but I was wearing no shoes and the rope was ripping the fuck out of my skin, so I had to stop and go down. I looked like a pussy, which I hate. But like if I come back here, if I move here, or if I just have shoes, maybe I'll do it today or tomorrow. I will go conquer that thing, and you will hear about me, about that fucking piece of shit rope. I will win. I'm not gonna let it beat me. Those other fuckers had shoes, goddammit. Yo, there's this one guy, self-described Jim Cell, who's fucking based. I can't remember his name, but he was awesome. He just used his arm and just pulled himself all the way up, no legs involved. What a fucking badass. See, that's what I'm talking about. So being a gym boy is all about that. It's what unexpectedly, like this is how it was for me in like high school or whatever, when I could do all those fucking pull-ups and shit. When they're just like, yeah, let's do pull-ups. You just bust out this superpower of, oh yeah, I can do 50 pull-ups. Boom, 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 done. Which I did in high school and was fucking sick. God, they thought I was a god back then. And I was, and still am, for different reasons. All right, anyway, one day I'll hit 100, boys. One day. Not even hard. All right. So I was going to say, the other shit I need for me to be happy, right, is just a little bit better financially, which translates to, which in my business is like getting more successful videos and try to keep more monetized, etc. So, like, I don't even really care if the videos are that successful. I just need a bit more money, and I'll be over the hill. So that's the goal, boys. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it happen. Not even going to be a problem. Going to work on P2P, make P2P more successful. Going to work on content, make content more successful. Going to work on BGE, and hopefully, for me, make BGE, like, the most reliable staple, because I want full control over what I'm doing here, you know? And if I can move out here and do it and just live in like a sandy beach place where I can come to the ocean anytime I want and just stand in the ocean like Sora on the fucking title screen of Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3, baby. That's what I want to do. Shout out to Sora from the title screen of not Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. That's pussy baby shit. I'm talking basic bitch original Kingdom Hearts 2 where it's Sora standing there, fucking popsicle ass in his mouth, hands are down by his sides, looking out at the ocean. I made that picture on my Instagram of me doing it because that's the most iconic image of all time. Square Enix, you continue to be gods of title screens. I'll give you that much because the Kingdom Hearts 3 one was also sick as shit, and I forgive you for nothing. Good job on that. Now, bear with me. I am now going to go and find the questions that I must answer and quickly do so. And you're just going to have to fucking sit and wait while I do it. Because I got to log in here to the right account. Okay. I'm not cutting any of this because this is live, baby. Radcon for Paradise. Okay, Bestie Boy. Oh, wait, no, I didn't post on Bestie Boy. I forgot. Since all the channels were hacked, I posted it on that weird bestest guy ever channel, I think. Okay, no matter. Okay, my video, and there it is. Okay, let's see who asked questions and who did not. Let's sort these fucking comments or whatever. Okay, here we go. Sean Garrett. All right, that's, of course, was one. He unpledged, like he said, but he since repledged because I didn't have my video out. No problem at all, dude. All right, question. Oh my god, he just reminds me. I wanted to get home and do the fucking Kingdom Hearts 3 data battles on Critical so bad. They are actually good, guys. Kingdom Hearts 3 was shit the whole time. Critical mode made it kind of good. The data battles made it, like, actually good in real life. Jesus Christ, I am shocked. But it's, like, everything good in that game is at the very end. It's fucked up. All right, anyway, let's see what we got. Here we go. I hope you have done all or most of the Kingdom Hearts 3 data battles by the time you've read this. I've done, I think, slightly over half right now. So, yeah. They are so fucking good. As of writing, I have downed 5 and plan to hit the grind more tomorrow. Once I calm down from all the cooming, Kingdom Hearts cooming, of course, I have formulated some thoughts on the data battles. So far for me, all these bosses are so fucking based, and in some cases better than Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix data battles. In some ways, I do agree. That's a reasonable point so far. In other ways, they're worse, but okay, that's it. I miss reaction commands, boys. I miss them so bad. Like, the best data battles are ones with reaction commands, for the most part, or reaction command type things. Kingdom Hearts 2 had so many gimmicky fights that aren't as fun. Example, 3's fight are all 1v1, so based and red-pilled. Wait, what? I mean, Larxene is technically not a 1v1. Oh, you probably mean ones like Vexen, that, like, summoned the Shadow Guy. I mean, oh, God, well, that's a complicated question. Like, Vexen, for example, is fucking based. I love that you can... There's an extra mechanic of avoiding the weird, like, clone charge. I mean, that's sick, dude. I love that shit. Like, there's Larxene, but Larxene also has clones in this one. I'm trying to think, is there anybody else? The fact that, like, Xemnas weirdly kind of duplicates sometimes? I don't know. All of the bosses feel like fighting the boss Phantom Aqua in 0.2, i.e. that good quality of boss, which you yourself stated was the best boss in 11 years in Miyamafa 1 Day 20. I'll never forget that video. Watched all the time. And yeah, that boss was absolutely fantastic. And fucking Gamers Joint and other fucking brainlets who were like, oh, it's too hard. I don't understand. Yeah, they basically did exactly what I hoped for. And in the, like, not in the real game, but in the data battles that came later as fucking DLC, they made like a whole swath of those exact bosses. And it's fucking awesome. It's just so fucked up that like none of this shit was in the base game. What the fuck? Tons of that stuff was in the base game with Kingdom Hearts 2, but with Kingdom Hearts 3, like almost every single thing good about the game came as DLC, including Critical Mode. On Proud, it was shit. It was too easy. I don't know. Whatever. You get the idea. Let me see. Imay Netlayev says, why? Oh, fuck you. That's why. Ben totally pulled a Simone Take My Power like Lord Genome at the end of Gurren Lagann. Ben. Shit, I forget what that was. But yeah, Ben did, I'm just reading through all the comments. Fuck it. I forget what it was, but Ben did something really nice to help. Was it when the channels got stolen? I can't remember, but yeah, listen to the last episode. Ben did do something really nice and helped me out and was like the Lord Genome, and I consumed his essence. It was gay and sick. All right, Nexus Mania. Boom, there he is, boy. So I'm new here and have to confess, it feels out of place listening to you without Ben interrupting every minute. True, Ben is a bully. He is a cruel man. He is a victim. I'm a victim. Ben is the perpetrator. I'm an oppressed minority. That is the individual. Fuck you. I'll destroy you, Ben. Gonna kill you in your sleep. It's gonna be epic. Oh, speaking of epic, It's Drafty simply says, epic. Now, I believe that's literally all the comments, so I think we're done here, boys and girls. Yeah, it says 7, and that's 7. If I missed something, I'll check in next month. Obviously, this is a little bit of an impromptu thing. So that's it. Yo, thanks, everybody, for supporting. Shit feels lit right now. Last episode was called what? There Have Been Setbacks. This fucking episode is like, there has been progress. There have been solutions. There has been reasons to believe that the future is getting better and not worse. The success of Radcon 4 financially is such an unbelievable, unexpected success. Considering we had like 308 backers last time. We had like 465 this time. That's more than 50% more people. But individually, they each gave like way more than last time. I mean, obviously, we got almost 4 times the money, I think, and that's just incredible. And look, I get it. Talking about money and stuff sounds greedy. I hope you guys get like how it all breaks down. This translates to like maybe $2,000 for each of us. Literally will not be that much, almost guaranteed. Depends on how we do it, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. So like maybe like $1,000 for each of us. Okay, great. What is that? That's rent for 1 year or for 1 month. Fantastic. We got so much more to do, but it's just, this is exactly the kind of moves we need to be making. Yo, when it comes to, when the Radcon stuff's rolling out, and the Kickstarter, the Indiegogo, that I'm cooking up in my head for fucking content for me and Digi, for my move out here, just looking more likely every fucking second. I'm gonna be trying to think of great fucking ideas and get people fucking excited and do shit very similarly to Radcon, because the people just need to know how much good shit they could be a part of if we just let them know. Like in that last live stream was so educational. It was so successful. We were able to get people so fucking hyped about shit, about Radcon, about the PCP in the fucking PCB Minecraft server, all hanging out, playing together, and hyping people up, giving them promises about what we're gonna do, and they know that we're gonna deliver. And you know what? Partially, it's because I'm on this shit. Because they know I'm not gonna let this shit slip. I'm gonna be on it the whole fucking time. I'm gonna make sure they get exactly what they're promised, because I'm not somebody who goes back on his word. I'm gonna make sure everything's good. Hey, I might fuck up sometimes. I might be slow. I might overly plan. I might get distracted. I might fuck things up, but I don't break my fucking word. And I give you boys my fucking word that I am gonna do every fucking thing I can to give you dope-ass BGE related content from the PCP and BGE. Bestie boy. Fucking, I don't know, T-Bat. Raise these bros when? T-Bat visits the Rainbow Factory when? That's the new one. That's the new meme. What else am I in? The fucking Podcast. Everything I do. Better, bigger, more powerful, better life, happy people around, making the world a better place, running my own shit, not relying on other people to get anywhere, but working in collaboration to the benefit of everybody who's involved. That's what I see for my future. And all it is, it's just one little month, couple of months, I guess, of the fucking Radcon succeed and whatnot. One little block where things are looking good. And we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes long term. I guess that's it. That's all I got to say to you guys. Hope you enjoyed talking to people. I guess I'll wrap it up right there. Yo, thanks again for supporting everybody. You guys are great. You guys are the reason I'm here doing this shit. I'm just going to keep trying to get more of you. I'm going to try more of you to give a shit about what I'm doing. And for real. I know you guys, you're paying me for a service, right? You're paying me for a specific reason. You're not the Podcast backers. You're not the PCP, like patrons or whatever. You are best guy ever backers. Maybe we'll use the slur Nate heads. And I know I owe you guys content. So that's what I'm going to deliver. Watch the fucking Patreon. I got to get a bunch of Patreon stuff, or a bunch of Radcon stuff out. The lectures, though, and a couple other videos. Nothing gigantic, I don't think. I'll let you know if I'm bogged down working on other stuff on Patreon or whatever. I'll try to post more, like, just updates about my work schedule and stuff. I don't know. I want to keep people in the loop more so they know what to expect. But that's it. More videos coming soon. I'm going to give you guys what you want. I'm going to give you what you've been asking for. The way has been cleared. I'm slow. I'm steady. I can get distracted. I can get off course sometimes. I can prioritize things that maybe doesn't make sense to. But in the end, I always deliver what I say I'm going to deliver. And I'm going to do that here and on in the future. All right. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you soon. Thanks for support. BGE out. Bye-bye.
He's the guy who's the talk of the town with the restless gun. Don't you bother to fool him around. Keeps the varmints on the run, boy. Keeps the varmints on the run. You may think he's a sleepy type guy, always takes his time. Soon I know you'll be changing your mind when you've seen him use a gun, boy. When you've seen him use a gun. He's the top of the West, always cool, he's the best. He keeps alive with his Colt 45. To pull him around when you've seen him use a gun, boy. When you've seen him use a gun. He's the top of the West, always cool, he's the best. He keeps alive with this Colt 45. Who's the guy who's riding to town in the prairie sun? You won't bother to fool him around when you've seen him use a gun, boy. When you've seen him use his gun.